My number one best female character is Olivia Armstrong from Full Metal
Of course.
Alchemist.
Absolutely.
She is literally such a badass. She's my role model. I like look up to her. She's a military leader. She is super smart. She's like a strategist. She like outsmarts like all these people in the show, and she's like a good fighter, and she's hot. Which I love that about her.
Yeah.
Even though she like wears this like military uniform, she's like a baddie.
She knows how to work with it.
She's got like super long, flowy blonde hair and like those big old lips.
Yeah.
Kill it, girl.
Yeah.
But like what I love about her so much too is that in a world of like alchemy and magic and special abilities, she doesn't have all that, and she is still a badass who like fights people that are like this.
The fact that she can fight without alchemy and hold her own really shows how strong she is.
Yeah, and she's like a woman who like runs this like really rugged like military base, and she's like a no nonsense girl.
Yeah.
Who her like men respect her, which goes to show that she's like a good leader.
Yeah.
And like they trust her and they follow her, and she's also like kind-hearted. Like people think that she's just this like really rough woman, but she's very kind-hearted. She cares about her team. She knows that like in order to like be a good leader, you have to have a solid team.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's this part in the show when like Sloth infiltrates the military base, and they like go looking in this tunnel that he dug, and a lot of people get unalived. And her team wants to go back and like search for survivors because they're like, those are my comrades. And the higher ups, who are totally corrupted, tell her to seal off this tunnel. But my girl, she's smart. She makes a secret entrance on the side of the tunnel. And she goes back and looks for survivors because she like cares about her team. Like she's actually a very caring person. And she's like has a great morality. Like when she finds out that the government is like corrupt, she immediately kills the guy that's like on her base.
Yeah.
And she like makes fun of him. She's like, oh yeah, you're looking to be immortal? Well, now you're going to be the foundation of my military base. And like kicks him into like some concrete and literally makes him the foundation of the base.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
And then she goes on to like play the council too. She like goes to Central Command and like pretends like she is like one of them and like infiltrates, and she's like this double spy because she's so brilliant. And then in the end, when they're all fighting, she's like, you guys are fools, and like defeats them all. But and then when she fights her brother for their estate, like her and her brother, her brother is a renowned alchemist.
Yeah, he's also a military leader. He's huge. He's buff.
Yeah, they fight 1v1.
Yeah.
She kicks his ass and ends up being the heir of their entire estate.
It's not even close.
Like, she's such a badass.
Yeah.
And she, like, also fights Sloth. I mean, with the help of her brother and Izumi. But, like, they still take down Sloth, who's an immortal being.
Yeah.
She's a badass. I just like hate the flack that she gets sometimes for like being this like rugged woman, because people will be like, oh, well, she's like a bitch. Like, no, she's not.
No.
She is the female version of Roy Mustang.
Yeah. She's no
Roy
nonsense.
Mustang's the same way.
Yeah.
And everyone loves him.
Yeah.
It's only because it's on a woman.
Probably, yeah.
But her team loves her. And people also don't like the fact that at first she's like not very nice to Edward and Al, but they like show up at her base, a place that's like, it's like a war zone, and there's like a lot of spies, and they show up and they're like, hi, like, you know, we're okay, we're good people. And she's like, yeah, she would be a fool to trust them.
She'd be an absolute fool. She was like, okay, yeah, let me help you.
No. And they're like, but we have a letter from your brother. She's like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got to see with my own eyes what you guys are about. And she's such an excellent judge of character that she realizes that they're genuine, but she knows that they're hiding something, and she gets it out of them.